This is case number 254190 FY, Appearances Council.
Nick Carnes on behalf of the people.
And I'm Jeff Harrison. I'm here on behalf of Barbara. She's next to the table.
And we are here for a sentencing on a plea taken on October 7th for a NSF check, $100 to $500. We've set it over for a pre-sentence investigation report and recommendation. Counsel, have you both received that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Harrison, any corrections or additions to it?
I really don't. I understand that everybody has a different perspective in these things. No, I really don't have anything to say about that.
Mr. Carnes?
Your Honor, I have no comment as to the pre-sentence report, any other that can be backstage.
I have a question because when I read the PSI, thought I highlighted it, but I don't think I did. So give me a moment here to find it. So the second paragraph of the evaluation, it says, Ms. DeBall does not deny that Kayla received an unknown check in the mail in the amount of $5,100. Then it goes on to say she claimed that there was no paperwork with the check and it appears to be a regular check. Mr. Carnes, I thought at the time that when we were here, I thought you had said that she had ordered checks for a fake account.
Your Honor, she received a bad check and had her daughter, it was in her daughter's name, in her account, instructing her daughter where to sign, all that.
So
where this check came from, I can only speculate.
okay, so you don't have anything in your investigation that says she actually went out, ordered these checks for a fake account and then deposited them to her daughter's account.
It's essentially a missing step in the investigation.
So all you know is that a check appeared and it's a bad check.
Yes.
Okay.
So then I guess that brings me to my next question. And I'll be honest, I didn't go back and review the recordings because it just hit me right now is where do we have intent?
I think state should suspicious check. I can't remember what she said directly, so
Mr. Harrison, do you mind if I asked your
I
client
do
some
not
questions?
mind. I was going to recommend that.
Ms. Duvall, I apologize because I didn't take very good notes during the plea taking process. I took some, but not well enough notes to answer this question. Can you walk me through the steps that occurred after this check was received?
I thought it was a good check. So I took my daughter to the bank to try to deposit it.
Okay.
And they said it was fraudulent.
And when did you find out that it was fraudulent?
The next day.
Was that after, if I recall correctly, it was deposited and some money was pulled out. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, $100.
$100. And was that $100 pulled out before you found out it was a fraudulent check?
Yes.
Is there any indication as to where the check came from, or just this
No,
$5,100 check just appeared?
Just, it appeared. My daughter got the check, not me.
Mr. Harris, Mr. Carnes?
if I may ask, certainly Mr. Harris can object to this question, but isn't it true, ma'am, that you told state police that Kayla received this checkbook from her uncle. Credit union in Minnesota.
You haven't used this.
It's my understanding that Kayla was communicating with someone that she referred to as her uncle.
Yes,
Okay, some fella, and that's who sent her the check.
yes,
And it was written on a credit union in Minnesota account. You remember that?
I believe so.
Okay, that turned out to be fraudulent or fake. Now, the question that I guess we're asking that I thought we had addressed before, so forgive me if you can easily dispossess me of that, was, did you know or have reason to know that that check was fraudulent before you took it to the bank?
No, I didn't.
But you did have an opportunity that you were gonna withdrew some money. This is $200 withdrawn, and went out and got something to eat or something like that with Kayla.
Yes,
Oh, I'm confused because that's what I thought too, was that it was a check that. Further inquiry,
Sure.
Barbara, was that a blank check? Or did it have the money and all the amounts and all the names already filled in?
the amount was already there. The date was already there. We filled in her name and signature.
So Kayla's name,
Yes,
and that would have been the part on the check that would have been quote unquote your handwriting.
yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so what I'm showing you is a picture, and it's not a very good one, so get your glasses out. This is somewhat unconventional, so I want to make sure we're making a record, okay?
Okay,
This was attached to the police report that you and I looked at.
right.
And you can see this is a check from Ideal Credit Union. Can you see that? Yeah, and I can't see the address, but let's presume for purposes of discussion that that's that credit union in Minnesota.
Okay,
And then it says that the account holder is Kayla Duvall.
right.
Okay. And then you filled in her name, written out Kayla A. Duvall.
Yes,
Okay. Did you believe at the time that Kayla actually had an account in the Ideal Credit Union?
yeah, she opens accounts quite a few.
Okay. So you filled out everything on here, right?
Yes,
You filled out the Kayla Duvall, did you fill out the 5,100? It looks like the same handwriting, that's why.
yes, yes,
And then this says something Forefront Credit Union on it, I believe.
yeah, that's where I,
Okay,
On the
and you filled
deposit.
out the date. Did you fill out that numeric 5,100.00?
no,
That was already on there?
yes,
Who, to your knowledge, filled that out?
I don't know.
Okay, so your, I guess, testimony, if you will, she continued to be sworn in?
Let's go ahead and do that. Ms. Duvall, will you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do,
Having been under oath, do you reaffirm your statements that you've made today?
yes,
All right.
So your testimony is the first time you saw this check that Kayla indicated to you that she had opened up this account in the credit union?
she said, yes, and she said that she received the check in the mail.
Okay. So did she tell you there was $5,100 in that account? Or was
Yes.
that amount was already filled in?
Yes,
Did she tell you where the $5,100 came from?
Whoever sent her the check, I don't know who it was.
Then you helped her fill this out. Did you sign her name or did she
No,
sign her
she
name?
signed her
She
name.
signed it, okay. And then you went to the bank and did the other things that we already know about.
Right.
I don't know where that leaves us, Your Honor.
Ms. Duvall, I have another question for you. I know Ms. Starlin is her guardian.
Yes,
Is that a full legal guardian?
yes,
And so then in theory, Kayla wouldn't have been able to legally sign her name to a check. Is that correct? It would take Ms. Starlin to do that?
yes.
And then who actually presented the check to the bank to be deposited
Kayla and I,
together?
yes.
Mr. Harrison, I'm going to turn to you because I realize that this is right out of left field today.
Yeah.
Do you wish to move forward or do you want some time to look at some options that you might have going forward?
I think it would be prudent to take a look at this in light of my current understanding. I don't know UMP very well. As far as the elements go. And I think where it falls apart for me, at least right now today, is the knowing said instrument to be false, whatever the language is, the knowledge part that it requires to be, there be a showing of. I think it's a close call, but I think I would like some time to discuss it with Barbara as well.
Mr. Carnes, any objection to
Your Honor, I do. I think we do have, she knew she was not supposed to be conducting these financial transactions without Ms. Starlin. So I think we do have embezzlement from attempted embezzlement from a vulnerable adult.
that wasn't the charge.
It wasn't the charge, but I do think that this is a generous resolution on those elements, and the plea has already been accepted. So I would ask that we move forward.
I really, in all honesty, I don't have a problem moving forward because the NSF is a little bit, requires a little bit less of a factual foundation, if you will. If that is the eventual charge. What's the elements of the NSF?
Did with intent to defraud, make, draw, utter, or deliver a check, draft, or order for the payment of money to apply on an account.
So very similar to UMP.
This is what I'm going to do because from what I've heard today, and I understand, Mr. Carnes, where you're coming from. Mr. Harrison, I also understand where you're coming from. I think in the interest of justice, the court is going to adjourn today's hearing. And I'll just from where I'm coming at, I question two things. Who actually presented the check? And two, the knowing element.
And I think that may behoove us to perhaps reallocate or reaffirm the basis for the plea or challenge the plea formally, which we can do through a motion.
So what I will do is, Mr. Harrison, what I'm going to do is we will reschedule this for 2 weeks. That'll give you a week to to decide what you want to do and get a motion filed. And I'm not taking a stance one way or the other.
Right.
I just, based on what I read in that assessment versus what I heard at the plea taking process, it raised an issue for the court.
I see where you're coming from. Because it was phrased quite a bit differently in the assessment than originally presented. I understand.
So we'll set this out for 2 weeks. And Mr. Harrison will decide if going to file a motion. And I suppose the other question that goes along with that is whether the bank knew there's a guardian and whether the bank could legally accepted the check anyways to be deposited from somebody they'd known would have had a guardian.
It's always a question. It's cases, but
I'm not saying that that would be a determining factor, but it
Yeah, I
certainly
know.
raises a question for the court as well. So Ms. Duvall, you can go out to, I apologize for today, but you can go out to the front window where you checked in and get your next court date. And I presume Mr. Harrison will be in touch rather shortly with you for a plan moving forward.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
she's gonna make